Namaste, angels. This is the daily reading for the 26th of September. Beginning with the year 1580, when Francis Drake completes the circumnavigation of the world, sailing into Plymouth aboard the Golden Hind. In 1687, the Acropolis in Athens is attacked by Venetian army trying to eject the Turks. They damage the Parthenon. 1687. The City Council of Amsterdam votes to support William of Orange's invasion of England, which became the quote-unquote glorious revolution. 1815, Russia, Prussia, and Austria signed the Holy Alliance. And 1901, Great Britain annexes the Ashanti Kingdom and places it under the governor of the Gold Coast, or Ghana. 1918, beginning of the Meuse-Argonne offensive, more than 1 million American soldiers in the largest and most costly offensive of World War I. Did you know Cuban leader Fidel Castro delivers a 4-hour and 29-minute long speech at the United Nations on September 26 in 1960? Famous birthdays: St. Francis of Assisi, Charles Viner Brooke, T.S. Eliot, Albert Anastasia, Olivia Newton-John, and Serena Williams. Would you believe the Soviet military officer Stanislav Petrov averts a worldwide nuclear war by judging supposed missile attack from the U.S. an error? So if he had thought it was the real deal, we'd all be goners. He stopped it, though, back on September 26 in 1983. Famous weddings: 1861, political cartoonist Thomas Nast, Thomas means twin, he was 21. He weds Sarah Edwards, who was 20, in the United States. 1919, German Chancellor Konrad Adenauer, 43, weds Auguste Zinser in Cologne, Germany. 1931, Earl Klaus von Stauffenberg marries Fräulein Nina von Lerchenfeld. Doesn't say their ages. 1933, director William Fleming, 44, weds Lucille Rossin. And 1986, fashion designer Calvin Klein, 43, weds assistant Kelly Rector in a civil ceremony in England. Famous divorces: actress Naomi Watts and actor Liv Schreiber announced their separation after 11 years together. Famous deaths: Daniel Boone, Levi Strauss, Anna Magnani, Byron Nelson, Paul Newman, and Gloria Stewart. Gloria Stewart is the woman from the Titanic, I think. Let's see. I believe so. She was an actress. A Hollywood career spanned, with a long break in the middle, from 1932 until 2004, where she appeared on stage, television, and in film, for which she was best known. She appeared as Claude Rains' sweetheart in The Invisible Man and as the elderly Rose Dawson Calvert in the Academy Award-winning film Titanic. Yes. She's the oldest person to be nominated in a supporting role for a competitive Oscar for her role in Titanic at the age of 87. She was born on July 4th in 1910, 1111, in Santa Monica, California, USA. She died of cancer on September 26 in 2010 at the age of 100. Paul Newman is an American actor and entrepreneur. He was a film director, entrepreneur, humanitarian, professional racing driver, auto racing team owner, but he is best known as an award-winning actor. His awards included an Academy Award for Best Actor for his performance in the 1986 Martin Scorsese film, The Color of Money, and 8 other nominations: 6 Golden Globe Awards, including 3 honorary ones, a BAFTA Award, a Screen Actors Guild Award, a Cannes Award, and an Emmy Award, among others. He also found time to co-found Newman's Own, a food company from which Newman donated all the after-tax profits and royalties to charity. All. I love this. He was born on January 26 in 1925 in Shaker Heights, Ohio, USA. Chinese zodiac, ox. Star sign, Aquarius. He died on September 26 in 2008 at the age of 83 of lung cancer. Byron Nelson is American and a golfer. He won 11 consecutive tournaments and 18 total tournaments in 1945. A lot of 9s and 11s there. He was born on February 4th in 1912 in Waxahachie, Texas, USA. He too was an Aquarius. He died on September 26 in 2006 at the age of 94. Anna Magnani was Italian and an actress famous for The Rose Tattoo in 1955, Wild is the Wind in 1957, and Nella Sita Inferno in 1957. She was born on March 7th in 1908, which March 7th is 11, 1908 is 99. In Rome, Italy is where she was born. She's a Pisces, and she died on September 26 in 1973 at the age of 65 of pancreatic cancer. Levi Strauss was a fashion designer, a German one. He founded Levi Strauss & Company, the first company to manufacture blue jeans and making it one of the world's most popular clothing items. He was born on February 26 in 1829, which is 9/11 or 11, in Buttenheim, Germany. He was a Pisces. He died on September 26 in 1902 at the age of 73. And lastly, for the deaths, Daniel Boone was American and a frontiersman. He's the most famous for his exploration that made him one of the first folk heroes of the United States. He was born on November 2nd, 11/11, in the year 1734 in Reading, Pennsylvania, USA. He was a Scorpio, of course. He died on September 26 in 1820 at the age of 85 of natural causes. Going back up to the birthdays, Serena Williams is 37 years old. She's a tennis player, widely regarded as one of the greatest female tennis players in history, and the only female player to have won over $50 million in prize money. She did this winning a total of 32 major titles, 17 in singles, 13 in women's doubles, and 2 in mixed doubles. She was born on September 26 in 1981 and is 37 years old, from Saginaw, Michigan, USA. Under the Chinese zodiac, she's a rooster, and under the star signs, a Libra. Olivia Newton-John is 70 years old. I recorded from my DVR, Grease, not too long ago for my kids. I don't think they ever even watched it. Anyway, she is Australian and English, a singer and an actress. Olivia Newton-John has had a long and successful career as a singer, straddling both country and pop music. Her 5 #1 U.S. hits, including Physical, You're the One That I Want, and Magic. She has earned 4 Grammys, including Record of the Year for I Honestly Love You in 1974. As an actor, her most famous role was Sandy in the film adaptation of the Broadway musical Grease, opposite John Travolta. The role won her a Golden Globe. Newton-John is also known as an advocate for health issues, including breast cancer, from which she has personally suffered. She was born on September 26 in 1948 and is 70 years old, from Cambridge, England. Under the star signs, she is a Libra. Under the Chinese zodiac, a rat. Albert Anastasia, I think he was a gangster. Yes, he was. An Italian one. His real name was Umberto Anastasio. And he's one of the most ruthless and feared mobsters in U.S. history. He was a founder of the American Mafia and was boss of the modern Gambino crime family during most of the 1950s. That's why I remembered his name, I guess, because otherwise I can't imagine why I might have. He was born on September 26 in 1902 in Tropea, Calabria, Italy, under the star sign Libra. He died on October 25th in 1957 at the age of 55. He was murdered. T.S. Eliot, real name Thomas Stearns Eliot. Thomas means twin. That's the second Thomas for today. He is, or was rather, both American and British, a poet, author, and Nobel laureate. T.S. Eliot is one of the most important 20th century poets and recognized playwrights, critics, and publishers. He was born in America. Eliot took British citizenship, however, in 1927. In 1948, he was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature for his outstanding pioneer contribution to present-day poetry. His most famous poetic work include The Love of Song of J. Alfred Pufruck in 1915, The Wasteland in 1922, and The Hollow Men in 1925. Eliot's well-known plays include Murder in the Cathedral in 1935. Eliot also worked for literary London publisher Faber and Faber, promoting such major poets as Ted Hughes. He was born on September 26 in 1888 in St. Louis, Missouri, USA, a Libra. He died on January 4th in 1965 at the age of 76 of emphysema. Charles Viner Brooke was English and the third and last white Raja of Sarawak. The third and last Raja of Sarawak, his reign saw a boom in the Sarawak rubber and oil industries. He was born on September 26 in 1874, which is another 9/11 or 11, and was from London, England, a Libra. He died on May 9th in 1963 at the age of 88. And lastly, St. Francis of Assisi, whose real name was Giovanni di Pietro di Bernardone. He was Italian and a Catholic friar and preacher, also a saint. He founded the Men's Order of the Friars Minor and the Women's Order of the St. Clare and the Third Order of St. Francis for men and women not able to live the lives of inherent preachers, followed by the early members of the Order of the Friars Minor or the monastic lives of the Poor Clares. Though he was never ordained to the Catholic priesthood, he is one of the most venerated religious figures in history. He was born on September 26 in 1181, which equals 11, in Assisi, Roman Empire. He died on October 3rd in the year 1226 at the age of 45. He was a Libra. Was he the last one? Yes, he was. Going to the dice, I'm beginning with eat cake, massage, and email. Spirit says party. Yes. And still massage. Going to the cards, beginning with the Ten of Water, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. You have trustworthy relationships. It's basically about being surrounded by love. However, this is like being bored with maybe the love that you have, or family, friends, unimpressed, missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. Four of Water. Seven of Air. Plans that need revision. More going on than meets the eye. Poor timing. Four of Water. Ugh. I saw such nice cards when I was shuffling, but these suck. Five of Air. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. Four of Water. Eight of Earth. Skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic. Going back to school. All right, that's better. Four of Water and the Star. Very nice. Okay. Happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. This is also another 8, right? The last card was the 8 of Earth, and now here's another 8. The Tower sticking up. That could mean something for somebody. The Star represents the sign of Aquarius. We did have email already turn up in the dice. They could be connected, right? The Star and the sign of Aquarius, both about technology. And Aquarius rules technology. And when it shows up, the Star shows up, it can also often be about communication. So something like email, right? Communication via technology, text, phone, telepathy. Also about prayers being answered, right? Wishes being granted. So maybe you ask for just something better, right? You just were feeling melancholy, not happy with your situation. Ask for something, a better, a new opportunity maybe, and you got it. Or maybe you ask like not to miss out on anything. Like that Aerosmith song. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep because I'd miss you. You don't want to miss anything. The universe won't let you. Since you've asked. Four of Water. Coming to the Ten of Air, the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Could also, somebody could be recovering from an addiction. Also, this can be about betrayal, like being stabbed in the back. In the traditional tarot, that's what the card looks like. A guy laying flat on his stomach with like 10 daggers in his back. I also sometimes feel surgery and stuff when I see this card. Somebody going through surgery. Overall energy for the day is ego or the devil in the traditional tarot. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. The devil represents the sign of Capricorn. Crowning the masculine is the Queen of Water, tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. You know what? This might be the day that Scorpio, or not Scorpio, but Pluto, Scorpio's ruler, goes direct. It had been retrograde in Capricorn. This might be the day it goes direct. When I pick up the devil, behind it is life experience of the Tower, which also for me represents the sign of Scorpio. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. It's time to spread your wings. Masculine surrounded by the Eight of Water, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful. Spiritual and emotional growth, which can also be represented by the Queen of Water. It doesn't have to be about love. It can be about growth and, you know, the need to really pay attention to your intuition. It can be about both, right? Your intuition showing you in which direction to go, maybe as it relates to love. And in the masculine subconscious, major arcana card number 18, the Moon with Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. The Moon represents the sign of Pisces, which is still, I was going to say it's still in retrograde, but its ruler, Neptune, is still retrograde in it. That's what's going on. Can be connected to another water sign too. This is another card like these two that really says pay attention to your intuition and follow it, like listen to it, not just pay attention to it. You're getting a lot of psychic insights and awareness. And also that you might not know everything that's going on. There might be some stuff hidden either on this plane or between the universe and yourself. But if you are guided to move on to something else, you should still follow that, even if you don't know everything. Crowning the feminine is the King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Take advice from someone creative. The King of Fire could be a representation of the divine masculine. At least it is in the tarot. It is a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, maybe a Scorpio. Or someone likened to these traits or attributes about, you know, taking the lead and taking charge of whatever's going on. Being the boss, maybe, especially sitting here atop the Three of Earth. The power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work. Be a team player. This can be about some kind of job project or relationship that was formed at work. It's also about abundance that is earned, like not somebody giving it to you. You're getting your bonus, a raise or something because you earned it. And in the feminine subconscious, it is the Chariot, major arcana card number 7. An important achievement could be, again, getting your raise, bonus, some sort of recognition, an award, a promotion, becoming the boss. That could be it. Self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. The Chariot represents the sign of Cancer. Can also be about traveling, vacation, and maybe in this placement, like just thinking about one or planning one, or a move or moving. or modes of transportation, something having to do with a car or some other mode of transportation. Crowning. It's a 3 crossing a 3. Again, it's always like earth and fire with these parties of 3. The 3 of fire, abundance, things look very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. 3 of fire, again, could have something to do with some sort of kind of party of 3. Or it may indeed be about abundance, especially in this case for the feminine and the abundance that she has earned. This could be like reconfirmation that it's on its way. She's been waiting patiently. May require a little bit more patience. As it relates to the masculine, I think that it is more so connected to some sort of party of 3 from which he wants to walk away. At the root, because he's headed toward a new opportunity, perhaps. It's the Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity. Career advancement, change your life now. Well, for the feminine, we definitely just saw that, right? The opportunity for career advancement. Again, becoming the boss, getting a raise, a promotion, elevation, and a recognition, an award, certificate, something. Maybe a party in your honor, right? We just had eat cake with the dice. And it looks like I put the dice down with party facing up, actually. The heart of the matter. Major Arcana card number 1, the Magician with Archangel Raziel. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them, and life is magical. The Magician is a Gemini, more often than not for me, but can be maybe one of the other mutable signs like Sagittarius, Pisces, or even Virgo. More importantly, it's about manifesting, right? What you want. You're the Magician. You got this power. You can bring in, you can, imagine it, believe it, and receive it. An opportunity or way out of a situation, what it looks like the masculine is seeking, in replace for a new opportunity, or this abundant situation for the feminine. Perhaps a fire sign, female. It doesn't have to be the female or the feminine, but I'm seeing maybe a fire sign, again, being the victor here, as it relates to this party of 3 also. Right, here's the victory represented by the Chariot. Maybe it involves an earth sign, most specifically a Virgo. But of course, it doesn't have to be. Something could happen. You could begin to bring about the change tomorrow. But again, something could still require a little bit more patience to actually materialize as you would have it come to you. Further clarification of the 3 of fire, the 10 of air, the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. You could even be recovering from an addiction. So didn't I just say that? If I didn't, didn't mean to. That this could be some sort of addiction. The devil represents some sort of addiction. And it doesn't have to be substance abuse. It doesn't have to be liquor. It doesn't have to be cigarettes. It doesn't have to be, drugs or whatever. It can be any sort of situation that's toxic, that, from which you need to get away. Even if it's something at the job. Or you could be manifesting an outcome that's better for you at the job. Maybe the other person that's been messing with you and trying to prevent you from coming into your abundance that you're due. Maybe they get fired or something. That can happen also. But the end of a difficult situation. All of a sudden, something getting better. You may have been betrayed, backstabbed. In the traditional tarot, the picture is of this guy laying flat on his stomach with like 10 daggers in his back. So, okay, maybe these are not meant to be our advice, but the masculine would have gotten the Lovers. He's kind of surrounded by love. The Lovers, like the Magician, represents the sign of Gemini. at least for me. And it can be about a decision that has to be made heart over head. Again, you're employing your intuition as well, masculine, and you're guided to follow that. It can also just be about lovers and love coming your way, as can the Queen of Water. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. Good health. So maybe something, a relationship or something between a Gemini and a Pisces or a Scorpio. Of course, it doesn't have to be, but those are the most prevalent here. Feminine. Yeah, like I was saying, somebody trying to take your job, your promotion, or like screw you out of something, or your mate, although we can't really take mates, you know, but trying to get in the way, trying to steal our joy. They can try to do that. And maybe through betrayal or backstabbing. Plans that need revision. More going on than meets the eye. Poor timing. That makes a lot of sense, actually. And it just doesn't happen, because again, here we have the victory. We manifest the victory. The outcome at the job, or just in general, people trying to throw negativity our way, darkness, maybe even spells, hexes, different kinds of negative, funky stuff. You know, we're continuing to manifest positivity and protection from the universe, and new opportunities after new opportunities. They are just going to be hating based on this. But when the devil makes these attempts, has these attacks on us, and it's a failure, you know, the outcome that he's trying to manifest doesn't materialize. Eventually, at least that demon dies off, you know, until next time. So that's what I see coming for folks. All right. It looks like a decent day. Somebody may be getting their man or woman back, or at least the beginning stages of that, or getting them some sort of promotion or something, recognition from the boss, or they're being made the boss. It's a good day. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the reading. Namaste, angels.